How's she going, folks? Let's go check out the homestead. How's she going, folks? Nice to have you out on the homestead. Pretty cold today, but we do have a fire going. That's one of my favorite things about the homestead is you pretty much always got to have a fire going. There's always brush to burn, or there's always a lot to do with the fire. And the smoke always follows you for some reason. But it's everybody's dream to have a cabin in the woods, right? Well, that dream hit me probably last year. Come hiking out here on our family property, and there's all kinds of wildlife here as far as sustainability. Brook trout, deer, bear, moose, coyote, it's all here. But I thought, how cool would it be to have a cabin out here? So started clearing and stacking up logs. We've got road access pretty much all the way up here. We're about a mile from any tar road, which is nice to get away from the hustle and bustle of things. But I've been watching Bush Radical on YouTube, and he's got a lot of good homesteading tips for everybody out there. Highly recommend him, Bush Radical. But he said there's a big difference between being remote and off-grid. This is off-grid. You know, there's a gas station 10 miles away. Walmart 20 plus miles away. But it's nice to get away from the hustle and bustle, like I said, and just be out here. It's quiet. It's quiet. Stars are out at night. There's animals. It's right where I want to be anyway. But the difference between off-grid and remote, according to him, is off-grid, you still go to the store for groceries, and that's the biggest difference. But those who are remote, they're making their own tools, and they're growing their own food, and they're killing their own animals, which a lot of that goes back and forth with remote and off-grid. But if you're off-grid, you're out there and there's no help. There's nothing for miles. But it's nice to be just far enough away where you get some peace and quiet, but you're still pretty close to everything. This is the dream right here. We got some white birch here. Got some cedar. And I like to organize my wood over here, just because I think the homestead should have some sort of organization, you know. We've got some cedar, fir and hemlock, short softwood. I'm putting all the hardwood over here, so that'll be good burning eventually. I just came across something kind of funny. I got this mailbox down here, and I could not find a place to put it. I want to put it right there, but there was nowhere to put it. So I'm going to show you what I just found. Right over here, I found a log that's going to work perfect. Yep, I think I'm going to take it home, let it thaw out, and I'm probably going to take the skin off it, make it look nice, drive it into the ground right there, and I'll show you what it looks like after. This right here is from a couple weeks ago. Got a bunch of gravel dumped right here, and we're making a road. We even had to put in a little culvert there and then dig our own drain. What's going on, folks? Out here another night. It's been 24 hours since we put in that drainage pipe. I'll show you that in a second. Did some major renovations to the road here, and I'll show you. Figured out if we laid these big thick logs up against where the road's gonna go, all the way down, it'll push that water and pool it up right in front of that pipe. And we've thrown some rocks in there. That's exactly what we've done. Is we've taken these big firs, that's what we got a lot of here, and we're lining the whole driveway. I even did one on that side. And that's the pipe. Let me show you. This is 24 hours later, and it's still got some water coming out. So, wow. And I've filled this with rocks. As you can tell, it's not very fit to drive over quite yet. I hope to change that by the end of the night. I'm just gonna do a little update before I throw some gravel on it. But this is about as far as I can get. I'm getting pretty tired. I already put in an 8-hour day with UPS today. So this is as far as I'm gonna get, and that's how far I have to go, all the way to the end of that log there. I'll throw some gravel on it, and then I'll drive over it, pack it down, and let you know how it looks. Well, folks, we are on the land bridge, or whatever you want to call it. And sorry for the bad lighting here. I'll back up and with the headlights so you can see it better. But I just pressed that pipe down another 3 or 4 inches. We've got some serious water coming through now. But check out how it held up. No ruts or anything. Sorry for the bad lighting. Let's get around over here. The only part it failed was at the very end, right there. It started to sink a little bit, which makes sense because there's nothing on the other side of that log. I was able to back up without spinning. Here's the other end of the pipe, and it's just going through like crazy right now. But it held up well. No ruts or anything. It just sunk down a little bit like I expected. All those logs are getting pressed down, and there's the water seeping up through. But we did all right. Let's back up and give you a better view. Well, like I expected, backed up just fine. There's the tracks, there's the proof. It's in the pudding, quite literally. Same consistency as pudding anyway. And let's take a hike out here without my shadow blocking everything. It held up all right. It held up all right. I wish I had some more time and energy and daylight, for crying out loud. If you can't tell, I'm out here at night. Makes it a little bit harder. You gotta do everything with a headlamp. And yeah, I wish I had more time and daylight and energy, but I just don't. So we're gonna make do, and everything's gonna freeze over tonight. This will freeze over solid, and then we'll be able to drive right over it. So I'm excited. I'm gonna get some more rocks out here. I think that's what's doing the best thing, is just some bedrock almost underneath everything. So it's coming along good. Put the pipe in. Dripping some good water from one end of the driveway to another. And we've got a pretty good canal dug 20 feet to the other side. That's another road we're working on. But take a look at this. Yeah, it's coming. Long ways. started with this gravel pile a week and a half ago. Threw some logs down, some rocks, some gravel, some hard work, and a metal pipe, and we finally were able to drive over it tonight. We ended up doing a little bit of damage, but in the long run, that's a victory. There's the pipe, but it's coming. It really is. There's that. It's a lot of work. It really is.